We're going to start this Boran extravaganza.
We don't want them dropping the lower one.
The Zimbabwe Boran Breeders Society, which boasts of over 100 members, of which 60 have registered Boran cattle with the Zimbabwe Herd Book, hosted acclaimed award-winning cattle judge PJ Butler. PJ officiated at the inaugural Fast Stock competition and commercial heifer sale on the 30th of June, followed by the National Boran sale on the 1st of July, both events held at the CC sales on the outskirts of Harare. The Boran are very versatile animals and do well in the Svetveld of Matabeleland and the Highveld of Mashonaland. They are disease-resistant, heat-tolerant, very fertile and docile. So in a small-scale situation, they are ideal to handle, especially in the rural areas throughout Zimbabwe. The Fast Stock competition and commercial heifer sale aimed at introducing the feedlot concept to cattlemen throughout Zimbabwe. The events were made possible through the support from platinum sponsor FiVet.
We just did some training and some explanations for the farmers on the best methods and techniques to use with the concentrates, giving as much nutritional support as we could. And so, yeah, the results have been good. We're happy to see that the cattle are looking fat, and hopefully the prices at the sale this afternoon are good. I think FiVet has been very happy to see the support and the contribution that's been given the last few months by the farmers. It's been nice to see a good turnout today at the event, so I'm sure FiVet will be back here again next year.
International cattle judge PJ Butler brought his A-game and international experience to the show, juggling difficult decisions as he judged the animals. Now, Butler, who is the founder of the Champions of the World, has judged more than 80 different cattle breeds in more than 40 countries. In 2017, PJ became the first ever cattle judge to judge a national show on all 6 continents. In his words, PJ said the overall standards were outstanding, especially when it came to functional efficiency and industry-appropriate animals that are adapted to this environment.
In the world today, these are the 5 major producing cattle, well, the countries with the 5 biggest cattle populations. India, 308 million, Brazil, 194 million, China, 102 million, USA, 89, and Ethiopia, 70. Now, my point here is a couple of things. One, that number's not right. So around 60% of the world's cattle population is in only 5 countries. Again, I don't know if that consolidation is good or bad, but it just is what it is. The US is the #1 producer of beef in the world, even though it's only number 4 in terms of cattle populations. And one of the reasons is the efficiencies. Those commercial operations are efficient, the feedlot systems are efficient, so they're getting these cattle processed much younger, they're getting more calves per cow every year because of their management systems, their genetics, and the way in which they utilize their resources. So efficiency is what's going to drive us forward. The nice thing about this industry is that every country in the world either has cows, drinks milk, or eats beef, and most countries do all 3 of those. So this is a global industry.
A brief summary of PJ Butler's major points was how he was introduced to the Boran breed in the Seychelles. Farmers should not only pay attention to the genetics, but other important disciplines such as animal health, record keeping, marketing, forage management, nutrition, among other principles. On the animals at the Fat Stock competition, PJ had nothing but positive comments, and the overall standards were outstanding.
the animals that did well in both the female show and the bull show, the differences they had is in terms of overall balance. The cattle were dimensional, so they're long, deep and thick. The cattle had very good muscle, but also were easy fleshing with high inherent body condition, and they had hormonal balance. So the females were feminine and the bulls were really masculine. And I think that's what drove my decision making in the females. When it came to the steers, we were just looking for terminal animals that have got some exceptional muscle in them, but also good even fat cover. Steers that are also dimensional, because you need that length and depth and width to those steers.
The quality of the animals was achieved through a strategic and well-planned nutrition program introduced by Platinum sponsor Fivet.
Fivet Animal Health is a one-stop shop offering your farmers with your animal health products, animal nutrition products, as well as the lab which supports the farmers. So on first stock, we have supported quite a number of farmers in the Boran Breeders Association, Boran Breeders Society, with nutrition products, with technical support. So on the fed stock, we fed all the animals on the fed stock, and we followed up our farmers to check if the feed is performing very well at the farms. From the farms which are on fed stock across Zimbabwe, we realized that animals were gaining an average of 1.2 to 1.5 kgs per day, and the champion animals, which performed very well on this fed stock cell, they were gaining on average 1.5 kgs.
The big winners of the fat stock competition, Colin and Mandy Langton of the Langton Cattle Company from Trelawney Zimba district in Mashonaland West Province, hailed ZBBS for the inaugural competition, which aimed at educating and teaching young farmers about fat stock, how to feed and group animals, and marketing cattle. Flanked by Daniel Joao, Laxmo Mutengerwa, and Edson Musodza, who are part of the bigger team of approximately 50 cattle breeders. Colin said fat stock competition went very well.
Thank you. We won 2 or 3 classes there in the fat stock, champion pens especially. We won both champion pens in 2 divisions. This was a new event, and we're trying to educate and teach young farmers about fat stock, how to feed, how to group them, how to market your animals.
But who does the groundwork for the animals to shine at the fat stock competition? Daniel Joao is a headman at the Langton Cattle Company and narrates his contribution in ensuring the health of the animals.
Kana uri munhu anotungamirira mombe dzine mhuru unofana kuita make sure kuti watsvaga mafuro akanaka kuitira kuti mombe dzako dzimaintaine mukaka dzigozopa kune mhuru dzova mhuru dzakanaka. Ndo chokutanga. Chechipiri unofana kungozivawo kuti kana mombe dzako kwadzikunorara dzinorarawo dzichidyawo mafuro akanaka here to maintain the health. Saka ndo zvimwe zvisimbo zvandokwanisa kutaura kuti kana uri munhu anochengeta mombe unofana kunga uri make sure nekuti uri kudzipa mafuro akanaka. 1 dzaguta here, 2 wadziona here kuti mombe dzako dzese dzakafara, hapana mombe inogwere.
After the fat stock competition, buyers who included abattoirs, butcheries and breeders positioned themselves to acquire their next 4-legged acquisitions. The commercial hay for sale marked the end of day 1. Day 2 started on a chilly note, becoming sunny by mid-morning. Bulls and heifers, some pedigree Boran, some Boran crosses, oblivious awaited their fate to be sold to an abattoir and destined for the steaming pot or destined for longer life at a breeder's farm for healthy offspring. Cattle lovers from around the country showed their trendy side, from designer clothes, sun hats and sunshades beating the ultraviolet rays as the who's who viewed their next 4-legged acquisitions.
Ndinadzo maborani saka maborani iwayo tatina mabhuru rimwe rakabva kumazowe rimwe rikabva kuSouth Africa, but now takuona kuti after 5 years atidi kuti zigozodzokorwa navana vadzo. Saka we are around to look for another bull kana tichigona.
I am currently in school in Upper 6 doing sciences. I just hope when I finish school I would love to engage more in Go Kumusha and just learn more about everything, agriculture. That's why I'm here, experiencing this new atmosphere, and hopefully we can come and get a new bull.
Other than that, yes, we don't believe in feeding animals other than felt fed and the maintenance given, like salt and mabiko. And yeah, Trish, would you like to say anything?
We really like the Boran cattle. They are very adaptable to our environment. They are an indigenous breed from Kenya, so that makes it very easy for them to fit into our environment here. They're very good with ticks, they're hardy, the mothers are very good mothers, they produce good milk and they've got a good mothering instinct. So we are very happy with our Borans.
That's 17, and along 77, 17, 18, can I say 18, come again, sir. 17, and along 77, 17, I'm looking at you now. 18, 18, about 18, 18, and along 18, 18, about 18, are you putting at 19 now? 18, and is here now, 18, and 18, and along 18, 18, about 18, where? 18, 19, I have it here. 19, and along 19, 19, I'll take $2,000, that's only $100, sir. 19,
The 8th National Boran Sale followed a day after the fat stock competition and commercial heifer sale, both organized by the Zimbabwe Boran Breeders Society, ZBBS, and made possible through the sponsorship from platinum sponsor Fivet. Fivet has since 2002 been building long-lasting relationships with commercial and small-scale farmers, offering management, support and quality products aimed at increasing the profitability, sustainability and efficiency of its diverse portfolio of livestock and poultry farmers. Around mid-morning, the National Boran Sale kicked off into life with bulls and heifers straddling between the buyers and the auctioneer. Among the buyers was a businesswoman running a healthcare venture. Nothing would sway Mrs. Selina Sbanda from getting her business off the day. In her mind were two bulls, determined to buy at all costs, she said after outbidding other buyers at the 8th National Boran Sale held under the gum tree shaded floors.
I would have fought till the death to get them, basically. Our strategy is we wanted two bulls, so we managed to buy those bulls. Of course, there was a little bit of a fight for them, but we knew we wanted them, so no matter what the price was, we were going to bid until we got them. We also bought heifers and cows. Some of them are expecting. I think one is actually expecting any day from now. So for us, we feel as if it was good value for money. Buying something which is giving birth, it's like you're getting 2 for 1. I think in one case we may have gotten 3 for 1. So that was important.
At the time when she was conversing with Maricho, she had also already bagged heifers and cows, some of which were to be put to bed. Other exhibitors who made the event possible included Cooper's, National Foods and Dooley's.
We meet our regular clients here and then update each other on the existing products we have and also on the new product side of the business. And then we also try to rope in new clients through the interactions of one-on-ones. As you can see, we are a team here. We have to target. We don't want to leave any farmer or client behind.
Now that the fat stock competition, commercial heifer sale, and the National Boran Sale have been held, what are the key players all about?
When it comes to winning, you'll look at winners that are similar again, and then obviously we'll be feeding 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, and there's a bit of a time period now, but we're thinking of moving the fat stock competition to closer to the Christmas period, November, end of November, because that's what we've been advised by all the buyers. The butchers and the buyers say there's more demand for high quality beef over the festive season.
Napi Tapi is a high protein concentrate for supplemental feeding during the dry season. So Napi Tapi can be mixed with salt and maize meal. So in maize meal I mean bran, you can use bran, you can use snapped corn to make a protein lick, to to feed all ruminants, which is cattle, sheep and goats. Then again, nappy tappy can be used to make a supplementary feed, which is a maintenance diet, where you mix your nappy tappy, 1 bag of nappy tappy, with 700 kgs of hay and 250 kgs of maize meal to make a maintenance meal for cattle, sheep and goats.
Zvinoratidza kuti basa redu ratiri kuita kubva from the ground rakanaka, because hatingati basa rakashata muchizonowana maawards akanaka akadai so. Saka zvakondiratidza kundisimbaradza kuti kana ndadzoka kumba ndofanira kunoisa effort yakanyanyisa kuti ramangwana tigozowina mamwe matrophy anodarika atawina nhasi.
Zimbabwe's future rests in us learning from other people, and you can be as educated as you can have multiple doctorates, but really experience is probably the best when it comes to animals and farming. So networking events would be good if those would be hosted, and I think you'd find that a lot of people would actually be willing to pay for those. And actually, interestingly enough, Mark did offer that our staff can go and learn on his farm and spend 2-3 weeks learning how they do things, because I think it's best to learn by doing than learn by perhaps reading or hearing other people. So we will be following through with that, and we'll also be attending as owners.